Think about the moment someone you trust implicitly, a mentor, a parent, a guide, steps away for good. The sudden quiet, the immediate weight of their absence. It forces a heavy question. When the person who anchored our stability is gone, are we entirely on our own? Thousands of years ago, the ancient Israelites had a definitive safety net. His name was Elijah. He was a prophet who called down fire from the sky and brought the dead back to life. Relying on such a powerful figure creates a massive vacuum when their departure becomes imminent. Elijah's young apprentice, Elisha, knows this better than anyone. He spends his master's final day on earth walking right beside him, completely aware that the clock is ticking. They travel from town to town, and at every single stop, the local communities of prophets pull the apprentice aside. They keep asking him the same question. Do you know your master is being taken away today? Elisha's response is pure preservation. He refuses to step away from Elijah for a second, and he repeatedly tells the crowds, "Yes, I know. Please don't speak of it." Elisha is navigating a crisis of institutional faith, the terrifying uncertainty of who will carry the authority once the master is gone. The two men arrive here, at the banks of the River Jordan. Elijah takes his heavy cloak, his mantle, the physical symbol of his calling, rolls it up, and strikes the water. The river splits apart, and they cross on dry ground. Safely on the other side, Elijah turns to his apprentice and asks what he can do for him before he departs. Elijah ignores the standard wishes for wealth or personal safety. Instead, he asks for a double portion of Elijah's spirit. He asks to be filled with the same power of God that his master carried. Elisha knows exactly what he is facing. He understands that standing in his mentor's shoes through mere human effort will fail, and that he requires something far beyond his own capability to lead the people. As they continue talking, the separation happens in an instant. A chariot and horses of fire appear, and Elijah is swept upward in a massive whirlwind into the sky. Elijah watches his master disappear. He tears his own clothes in grief, looks down, and picks up the heavy mantle Elijah dropped. He walks back to the edge of the Jordan. He takes the fallen mantle, strikes the surface of the river himself, and demands aloud, "Where is the Lord God of Elijah?" The river parts for a second time. The mortal leader was gone, but the physical environment yielded exactly as it had before. The divine authority remained entirely intact. Look at this timeline mapping the River Jordan. This exact geographical coordinate hosts a significant historical connection centuries later. Jesus is baptized here, the Spirit descends, and he subsequently grants authority to 12 disciples. Following Christ's death and resurrection, those early believers stared into the same sudden absence Elisha experienced, yet they discovered the presence and power of God had not vanished with his physical departure. These accounts show that during moments of transition, the mantle of authority is passed directly to a chosen successor to ensure the work continues. Members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints believe this continuity exists in the modern era. In 1830, they believed that same priesthood authority was restored to the earth through Joseph Smith. That chain of succession continues today, resting upon a living prophet who holds that same authority. The current prophet, President Russell M. Nelson, teaches that exact obedience brings miracles. It's a principle mirrored by Elisha, who didn't hesitate to strike the water with the mantle the moment he was asked to step up. God never leaves his people without a mantle. When you encounter your own void, when the person or stability you relied on shifts, do not surrender to the quiet. Pick up the mantle, ask Elisha's question with faith, and watch for the response.